Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Denver Broncos. Throwing on first down, Gardner. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On second down now, Daly. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Looking to throw. Gardner. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them, and an absolute shock for the quarterback, because he went into it, he saw the numbers we saw, he watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be, but early in this one, advantage.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. For Johnson, the numbers for his performance from last week: 7 catches, 79 yards.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
On first down, Daly. He'll get this to about the 38. You look at this Eagle defense. They were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get?
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. A well-designed corner blitz.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. They're just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They go play action here on first down. There's Judy. What a grab that was. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. They'll run on first down. Dale. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
So roughing the passer, and this is a unit, Charles. They hold their breath every time they see their quarterback go down and get hit like that.
Yeah, they understand how important these last couple of months are for this team. They can ill afford to have anything happen.
Rush coming, and he's He's taken down. It's a loss of 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
He'll get it here on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Back to throw. Gardner. Touchdown, Broncos.
Marvin Mims
with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Broncos are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd down, Daly. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Daly, no gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
And that's called winning at the point of attack, isn't it? Right there at the line of scrimmage. I know he's a little bummed out now. He doesn't get credit for a tackle for a loss, but no gain. His guys will take that.
And speaking of winning, to be as cheesy as we can, he was the winner of the NFC Defensive Player of the Week award from last week, so he's really stringing together some good football.
So not only did he get a gold star, he might have gotten a gold watch too, huh?
It's a 40-yard punt, but they lose yardage on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Play action. Gardner under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. 2nd quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 14 upcoming. Now a give right side. Daly. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Throwing to start the drive. Gardner out quickly to Judy. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now a handoff up the middle. Daly. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. They'll keep it on the ground. Daly. And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That's taken on the 25.
So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, it's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when
on 1st and 10. Gardner. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Operating from the gun. Gardner. And the catch made by Johnson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Gardner. And he can't escape, and down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Gardner. And this time he's got the hook up. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. Throwing to start the drive. Gardner. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
As a quarterback, you got to be cautious. You got to understand where the pressure is going to come from. This time, it's a cornerback coming after him. And this time, the cornerback just a bit late getting to him. The penalty assessed.
On 1st down, Gardner. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. to throw. Gardner.
Open man, the tight end, Luke Schoonmaker.
His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Throwing on first down, Gardner. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Again, he'll drop to throw.
That's caught left side by Judy.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 31-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. On first and 10, Gardner. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's second down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Looking to throw. Gardner. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go. First down, Gardner, and his throw is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
On second down now, Daly, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return.
And it will be first and 10 as they take over.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Daly pushing his way through. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. On first down, Daly. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
On third down, Gardner working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 42. Back to throw. Gardner. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Looking to throw. Gardner. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And it's taken in at the 9. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Gardner quickly into the hands of Mims. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Gardner. His throw incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
To throw on third down. Gardner in trouble, and he's taken down. They brought him in off the corner, and he gets in to drop him for a loss of 4.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
He's across midfield. And he is going to have a Broncos first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Looking to throw. Gardner. Under pressure, and down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on 2nd. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Back to throw. Gardner. Under pressure, and they got to him again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here. After 1st and 2nd down went backwards, it's 3rd and very long. Operating from the gun. Gardner over the middle, complete to Judy. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Eagles defense able to hold. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered this one. Fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Philadelphia, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.